Alright, as you can see here, I have won myself the Galaxy Scout skin, which is legendary, as well as the Star Scout wrap. So I'll be doing a review on both of these items in the morning tomorrow, but for now, I just want to talk about how I won this and how difficult it really was. So first and foremost, obviously this skin is coming to the item shop. It will be in a bundle. And from what I've heard, it's the end of July, so just a few days until this pops in the item shop. So if you couldn't participate in the Galaxy Cup, don't worry. So obviously the Galaxy Cup was only available to those with an Android device that qualified, which basically was quite a few. Anything Samsung Galaxy related definitely worked. So I had the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Now I for one am absolutely terrible on mobile. I can't play to save my life. I can't even run or shoot. It's horrible because I'm so bad. So I did a video this morning showing how to pair a PS4 controller to your mobile device. And once you Bluetooth it up, which is super simple, if you want to see that video, I will link it in the outro, then you can use the controller as if you're playing on the PS4. And that, of course, makes things 1,000 times easier. Now, you may be thinking, well, Tabor, that's cheating. You can't use a PS4 controller on mobile. And while it does sound like cheating, it's not really, because officially, Epic Games says in their rules, you can use a controller. They have this blog that gives tips and tricks of playing Fortnite on mobile, and they specifically mention you may have an easier time if you hook up a controller and play. So a lot of people didn't do this method because they thought they would get banned from the Galaxy Cup, when in actuality, as I mentioned on Twitter, this was perfectly acceptable and they welcomed it. Now at the same time, I did feel a little bad for people that weren't using a controller because it's hard enough on mobile as it is, and when you put all the sweaty tryhards together in an arena-based competition, it was brutal. So as you see in the background, I took it one step further and I hooked my mobile device up to a portable monitor to make the screen bigger, and it was full HD quality and really, really awesome. Now they had told us that on NA East you had to place, I think it was 6,250th in order to get the Galaxy Scout skin. However, they changed it and they made it a little bit easier. You had to place top 7,500. So basically you had to be top 3%. And a lot of people ask me, what the heck does that mean? The easiest way for me to explain this is with a test reference. So if everyone were to take a test at school, you would have to score better than 97% of people. How about that? Does that make sense? So in order to get the skin, you have to be about top 3% out of all the people playing. And like I said, that means you're better than 97% of the people. It's really, really difficult. So my keys to success, step 1, use a PS4 or Xbox controller on mobile. So before I get into actual strategy, let me show you my final results here. Now obviously I was playing on my phone, so I couldn't record as I was actually playing. But what I could do is grab screenshots, so I did that along the way. So here were my overall stats, and I'm just an average player on the PS4, so I would say I'm the same skill caliber using my PS4 controller on mobile. And as you can see, I came in 4,178th place. And I scored a grand total of 51 points in the Galaxy Cup. So you only get to play 10 matches. So you have to make the most out of it in each match. So here is my breakdown of each of my 10 matches. You can see it tells you how many minutes you were alive, how many eliminations you got, and what place you came in overall. So you can see I didn't get very many eliminations at all, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. My highest kills was 2. Absolutely terrible. However, you can see I placed fairly high in almost every match. In fact, I came in second place twice. 2 times I choked the Victory Royale, which would have got me way, way more points. Now, one thing you'll note on this screen is that in 3 different matches, match number 6, match number 3, and match number 4, I was alive for 2 minutes and I died right away. 2 minutes and that's it. And that's because there's an awful glitch on mobile. As soon as I jumped from the battle bus, the game crashed. And this is the screen you would get. We hit a roadblock, network connection lost. 3 games, I got no points at all because it disconnected me. I was getting so very mad. In fact, I tweeted it out. I said, this is absolutely ridiculous. These should not count. And a lot of people replied to me and said the same thing. Hey, I got disconnected. I got disconnected. It's Mickey Mouse bull squash. When every single point counts towards getting this skin, you can't afford to have a big goose egg for 1 match, let alone 3 like it did for me. So even though my grand total was 51 points, I could have got well over 60 and easily secured this Galaxy Scout skin. So now let's talk a little bit of strategy here. A lot of people go into these tournaments, especially when there's skins involved as prizes, going for eliminations. That is not the mindset you want. You only get 1 point per kill. So even if you have a great game and get maybe 5 kills, which is pretty good in arena-based games like this, that's only 5 points. What's more important is placement. And in order to achieve placement, you have to play like the noobiest of boobies. You have to be extremely cautious. You have to camp. You have to play very conservatively. So how did I get 51 points with only, I think I had 7 kills total out of 10 matches? Like I said, placement is key. So what I would personally do is this. I would land at a very, very secluded area, preferably one that had a chest. Only one chest is fine. I mean, you don't need a lot to start one of these tournament games. So I would land in an area with one chest, grab the chest, and then I would find a bush. Not one of those little sissy Barbie girl bushes that your head pokes out, but one of the big bushes that rustle when you're in it. So then I would just sit in there. I would make sure that I had a weapon first at least, and I would wait. Now if you've never played arena games like this before, the kills are very, very slow. In a normal pub match, you'd probably have 20 people left at the end of the first circle. In an arena game, you have like 60 people left. Nobody dies because everyone plays like a noob. So once the first circle closes and you have a good idea of where the next circle is, that's when I start to loot up. You'll have a good indication of where people are going to be after the first one closes. And what's really beneficial is if your back is directly to the storm, because then you know nobody's behind you. Now I need to point out that everyone seems to do this same strategy. If you think you can just lurk on the edge of the storm, you're going to be in for a rude awakening because there's going to be a billion guys out there. It's just absolute chaos. But basically that's all I did. I didn't loot up at the start. I didn't drop anywhere for kills. I landed somewhere completely out of the ordinary, grabbed one single chest, found a bush, and waited as long as I could, and then I slowly worked my way in, lingering on the edge of the storm every single time. Now, did I encounter people as I did this? Yes, absolutely. They were everywhere. And sometimes I'd be lucky and find launch pads and just use those that people had placed. Other times I had to fight people, and I got lucky and got some kills. I prefer the TAC. Get the TAC shotgun, because on mobile, the graphics are awful. It literally looked like I was playing on the Nintendo 64, even on my awesome monitor. It was so hard to see people from medium to long range. Everything was all blocky. Like I said, it looked like Nintendo 64. It was horrible. And I found that everything was a bit delayed, especially with the controller. So that's why I recommend the TAC shotgun, not the charge, because if you miss a charge shotgun blast, you're pretty much dead. But I found that every time I had a TAC, at least I stood a chance in a gunfight. So basically, just play conservatively. Don't treat it like a pub. Find a camping spot, get a little bit of loot, wait it out, and slowly traverse your way towards the final circle. It's not going to be easy because, like I said, there's nothing but sweaty tryhards in these competitions, and you need at least 50 points. At least on NA East, that's what the cutoff was. 50 arena points in the Galaxy Cup to get the Galaxy Scout skin. So that was the number one question people asked me. How many points do you need to get this? The answer was 50. Now, it was different for other regions, but for NA East, 50 points. And like I said, I got 51, and I just barely made the cutoff. Because even though I got 51 points, there was like 2,000 people that also got 51 points. And I don't know what they look at to rank these, but I was somewhere in the middle. But if I had been on the bottom end, I don't know if I would have got the skin. So your entire goal here is to get 25th place. That's when you first will get placement points, and you only get 3. Your next goal is to get 15th place, because that will get you a whopping 5 points. Your third objective would be 5th place, which gives you 7 points, and then your ultimate objective would be to win the match for 10 points. Now, it sounds easy enough on paper. 25th place sounds pretty easy to do, but like I said, everyone is in sweat mode, and it's extremely difficult to do, even camping it up. If you think 25th place is hard, then try getting 15th place. If you manage to do that, then 5th place is pretty much a dream. But that was my goal. I didn't really want to win the match, nor did I want to get eliminations. I just wanted to get to 5th place. So playing a match and getting to 5th place gets you a grand total of 16 points. 7 for 5th place, 5 for 15th, 3 for 25th, and 1 for playing the match. So that's without any kills whatsoever. And that was my objective each and every single match. Camp it up until I got 5th place. Most games I would get 25th place pretty easily. 15th place is where it gets hairy, like I said, because everyone is on the edge of the circle and everyone's trying to rotate and you're gonna run into people. So you have to have somewhat good gun skill. Now 5th place was extremely hard because in arena you've got those rotating final circles and everyone's scrambling to move and you're just gonna get picked off by someone who got a lucky landing spot. So very rarely did I make it to 5th place, but that 7 points was absolutely beneficial if you can make it that far. So try to get 25th every match. 15th would be better, and obviously 5th place is ideal. Good luck trying to actually win a match though, because you know those sweaty anonymous guys are in each and every single game. So if you're gonna compete in the Galaxy Cup tomorrow, it's the last opportunity. I'd say your goal is 53 or more points. Sounds like it's impossible, but trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. But if you're not using a controller, well, I think you're pretty much out of luck, because I don't know how anyone plays mobile without a controller. It was just absolutely horrible. So that's how I personally got my 51 points and the Galaxy Scout skin. If you have some good strategies, feel free to leave them in the comment section so others can read them and try to get this skin for themselves. But like I said, even if you don't get it, it's coming to the item shop, but we don't know how much it's gonna cost. So that's all there is to it. Stay tuned tomorrow for my review of the Galaxy Scout skin, as well as the wrap, the Star Scout. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated, and don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is tabortime.